Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello and welcome. My name is Abdul Muksid, a student of English Education Department in the Faculty of Education and Teaching Science. In this presentation, I'll introduce you to a powerful and thought-provoking book titled Language, the Cultural Tool by Daniel L. Everett. This book isn't just about language as we know it. It's about how language shapes who we are as humans, how it emerged from our need as social beings, and why understanding language means understanding ourselves. Let's dive into it. Have you ever wondered where language really comes from? Most of us grow up believing language is something natural, something humans are born to do. But what if that's not the whole story? Daniel Everett challenged the idea that language is a biological instinct. Instead, instead, he proposed that it's something we humans created, just like we invented fire, tools, or writing. Language, according to Everett, is a tool, a cultural tool, and this changed everything about how we think about communication, culture, and even intelligence. So, what exactly is this book trying to say? At its core, language, the cultural tool, argues against the well known theory of universal grammar by Noam Chomsky. Chomsky says that the structure of all language is hardwired into a human brain, that we are born with a kind of language instinct. Everett disagrees. Based on years of fieldwork with indigenous communities in the Amazon, he believed language is not innate but invented. Different language exists not because of brain wiring but because of different cultural needs. When a culture needs to describe the movement of the moon, or how to hunt a specific animals, or how to show respect to elders, its language evolved to do exactly that. In other words, form follows function. Who should read this book? This book is for anyone who has ever been fascinated by language, not just how it works, but why it matters. If you are a student of linguistics, anthropology, sociology, or even communication, this book will challenge your assumptions. If you are a teacher or an academic, it gives you a fresh lens to approach language and culture. And even if you're just a curious reader who enjoys ideas that make you rethink the world, Everett's book offers a mix of theory, story, and field experience that will keep you engaged. Let's break down some of the key ideas explored in the book. Firstly, Everett argues that language is not genetically programmed. We don't speak because of language gene. We speak because our cultures need us to. Second, culture shapes grammar. What we need to say determines how we say it. Third, language is like a tool. It is invented, refined, and passed down, just as people invented fire or the will to solve survival problems. They invented language to solve social problems. And finally, Everett emphasized that field work, spending time in real communities, is essential. You can understand language by sitting in a lab. You have to listen live and learn from the people who speak it. One of the great strength of this book is its personal touch. Everett doesn't just presenting theories. He tells stories about living with Piraha people of the Amazon, about sleeping in hammocks, learning their ways, and realizing that their language worked very differently from anything he had seen before. Another strength is the way Everett connects linguistics to real human behavior. You don't need to be a specialist to follow the main ideas because he uses examples, analogies, and anecdotes that anyone can relate to. The book also dares to be controversial. Going against Chomsky is no small thing in the world of linguistics. But Everett presents his case with confidence, using his experience and logic to back it up. Of course, as we all know, no book is perfect. One weakness of language, the cultural tool, is that some chapters can feel dense, especially for readers who aren't familiar with linguistic terms or debates. Also, Everett's arguments are largely qualitative. That means they are based on stories and reasoning, not on big data sets or experiments. And finally, while the book is readable, it sometimes assumes that the reader has some background in linguistic theory, which might make it less accessible for total beginners. So, why is this book worth your time? Because it makes you think. It invites you to see language as something live, flexible, and deeply human. It makes the case that language doesn't come from our DNA, but from our daily life, our tools, our relationships. If you care about human culture, identity, or even philosophy, this book shows how language connects them all. It reminds us that every language, no matter how small or exotic, reflects a unique way of living and deserve respect and attention. One of my favorite quotes from the book is this: language are the imperfect outputs of the thinking of bipedal primates, refined gradually by the tests they perform. It's a funny way to say humans aren't perfect, and neither is our language, but both are beautiful because they adapt. This line captures the spirit of the book. Language isn't a machine, it's an invention that grows with us human. Language is more than a tool, it's a mirror that reflects what a society believes, values, and needs. Words carry memory, identity, and emotion. By studying language, we are not just learning how people speak, we are learning how they live. That's why Everett's idea is so powerful. It moves language out of the lab and back into the world where it belongs. If you're interested in reading Language the Cultural Tool, you can find it online or at major bookstores. It's available in print and digital formats. Maybe not major bookstores, maybe an old bookstore because this is an old book. Or maybe you'll find a copy in your university library. If so, I definitely recommend checking it out. This is a book that might just change how you see yourself and the people around you. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I hope this book sparks your curiosity the same way it did for me. Don't just study language, understand it as the tool that made us human. Don't forget, language is more than grammar. It's a living, evolving tool that shapes how we think, how we feel, and how we connect. Let's keep exploring that together. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.